Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals. It is 9:15 a.m. and here's Simba and here's Boo. And Boo has the zoomies right now. He's running all around the house. How you doing, Boo? You okay? You all right, Boo? You doing good, Boo? So last night I set up the 24-hour feeders for the cats, and I gave them a little bit of crunchies around 5 o'clock this morning, because these are on a timer, and I was hoping that would just enable me to sleep better, and it did. I got a really good night's sleep, and I had to be up at 8 o'clock today, and I have to get myself moving and out of the house. It's going to be a full day out of the house, and I'm not getting home until very, very late. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up with their dinner, and then I'll also set this up with breakfast tomorrow, just in case I don't get home and I end up staying overnight. I'm not supposed to stay overnight, but just in case, then I think that's what I'll do with these. I'm also going to give the cats food before I leave. So they're going to have their raw food for breakfast, and then for dinner, they're going to have crunchies scheduled in the feeder, and then I'll also have breakfast in the feeder also. But I should be home for breakfast. You okay, Boo? Here's Splash. I'm filming this from the other room because I don't want to get too close to him and scare him, just because I know the camera has been, causing the cats to move lately. So what happened was around 4 o'clock in the morning, Splash was like a speed demon around the house. It sounded like a herd of elephants. I don't know if it was him and someone else, but I know it was him because I would hear just cats running. And then I would hear it stop and it would sound like it's in my bedroom, and I would wake up and open my eyes and I would see Splash standing there. So I always keep a container of treats near my bed. So then I would give him some treats, and then I'd try to fall back asleep. And then the next thing I know, I would wake up again with the sound of cats running around. And then I would wake up and I'd see Splash standing there, so I'd give him some treats. That happened 2 or 3 times, probably between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. And then finally, it stopped. But I'm fine with the cats running around and having a good time in the middle of the night. I'm totally fine with that. But I just thought it was so funny how, I would open my eyes and I would see Splash. He'd be standing there. I'm like, you want some treats? And of course he ate them when I gave it to him. So it's about 10:20 a.m. And today the cats are getting churros. They're getting tuna with crab churros. Boo's in such a good mood today. I don't know what's going on with him. How you doing, Boo? Here's Stella. And so I'm going to quickly give them their churros, and then give the Lucky 7 their churros, and then everyone's getting breakfast. And then I have to clean the litter boxes, and then I think I'm ready to go after that. The most challenging part of the day might be keeping the Lucky 7 downstairs, because usually after they eat breakfast, they want to come upstairs. So the goal is to keep them downstairs today. I'm downstairs with the Lucky 7, and they're getting their treats today also. It is the tuna with crab churros, in case I didn't mention that. Hello, everybody. We'll see who will eat theirs today. There's Sammy. Simba did not want a churro today, so maybe he doesn't like this flavor. Ready? Ready, Ziggy? Ziggy likes anything that's fish flavored. It is 1 p.m. and here's Nancy. This is one of her favorite places to hang out, by this window. She likes to curl up behind the curtains. Is Ziggy behind there with her? Is Ziggy there or no? No, it's just Nancy. How you doing, Nancy? So let me tell you what happened. It's a good thing that I gave the cats an extra meal in their automatic feeders, because I ended up having to stay overnight. Here's Bowie sleeping in one of his favorite cat towers. And I'm not sure where anyone else is. The cats are really quiet right now, which is nice. So it's a really good thing that I put an extra meal in their feeders, because I ended up having to stay overnight on my trip. I thought I was going to get back the same day, just really late at night. But I ended up having car problems. And I ended up having to get 4 new tires and my front brakes fixed. So that took additional time, and I wasn't able to leave until the following day after that was fixed. And then we had just rain and fog, and the way that I usually come back home it was just so congested with so much traffic that Google Maps totally gave me a crazy detour through the Bronx and just on roads I never normally take. It took forever for me to get home. I didn't get home until probably around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I thought I was going to get home. At first I thought I was going to get home the previous night. Then I thought, okay, I'll get home around noon. Nope, I didn't get home until around 4 p.m. It was just a nightmare. The New York City traffic was a complete nightmare. And then when I got back yesterday, thankfully, I was so happy that no one vomited while I was away. And I just cleaned up their feeders, and I gave them fresh water. And then they had some canned food for dinner because I didn't have anything defrosted for them. And then this morning, they had homemade raw food. And I'm trying to catch up now because I ended up losing a work day yesterday. Yesterday, I was supposed to be working all day, but I ended up losing the day to getting my car fixed and then sitting in traffic. So today I'm playing catch up with everything. Last night I tried to edit a video and get a video posted, but even that was taking longer than it should have taken. So I'm super behind with things right now, but the cats are doing well. And it's a rainy, gray day. Here's Nancy. She's hanging out on one of these round mats from Sharon. And look who I just found. It's Ringo. How you doing, Ringo? That's one of Ringo's favorite spots. I don't know if he's been there the whole time and I just didn't see him, or if he just jumped up into that cat tower. It is almost 10 a.m. and this is where we're at with the advent calendar for the cats. So yesterday was a Temptations day, so they had those last night. And I think what I'm going to do, because it's been working out really good the past few days, is giving them their advent treat at night versus in the morning. Even though they do like having a treat first thing in the morning, if I give them a treat at night, then what I do is I give them less crunchies as a crunchy snack, and I think that's been working out good. Their treat for today is these tulips. This is the skin formula. They've really been enjoying the tulips. Here's Boo, and there's Nancy crawling around underneath the tree. It is really dark today. It's rainy. We're supposed to get rainstorms and windstorms, so not looking forward to that. And here's the tree. It still has not been decorated because of everything that's been going on here over the past 2 days. And I was away part of the weekend, so yesterday I had to deal with some unexpected plumbing issues. Thankfully, that was taken care of last night. Everything should be working today. And the day before that, I had to deal with unexpected car issues. Thankfully, that's been repaired. So I have not had time to decorate this tree. I've had to spend hours and hours. I probably spent 5 or 6 hours yesterday dealing with the plumbing issue. And the day before that, the same amount of time dealing with the car issue. So not fun. But a good thing is, look at all of these bell garlands. So I got 4 more of these large bell garlands from Hobby Lobby because Grandma and Grandpa were out shopping one day, and I said, can you stop by your Hobby Lobby and see if they have these? Because the one here is completely sold out. I got the last one. And they had 4 left. So now I have 4 more of these, and what I might do is just leave the bells on the string, and I should have enough to go all the way around the tree now, since now I have a total of 5 of these large bell garlands, and maybe with more bells on the tree, it'll keep the cats out. Here's Simba. Last night, the cats had canned food for dinner. Then they had some Temptations, and I don't know if Simba ate it too fast or what. Then he ended up vomiting, so I had to clean it up. But then later he ate crunchies and he was fine. I just came downstairs and the Lucky 7 finished off this bag of Temptations. There's only a little bit left. Sammy, what are you doing? This was from like 6 days ago in the advent calendar. And so now they're done with this. They ate this out of my hand today, so that's still part of the treat training or snack training. But let me show you what the cats did. Let me show you what they did. Do you see this? That's a little red spider. And it's dead. So the cats have been spider hunting. And now I get to clean this up. But the cats love spiders. It's about 11:30 p.m. and I'm downstairs with Sammy and her sisters. So I'm down here with the 5 girls. The reason why is because the 2 boys, Richard and Ringo, are in my bedroom. The reason why is because Richard attacked Simba. And I don't know why he did that. I was sitting on the sofa in the living room and Nancy was laying on one of the pillows. And I was thinking to myself, she's being a really good girl and she's just so comfortable here. So I'm not going to make her go downstairs because it was getting close to dinner time. And I was like, I'll just, let her do what she wants to do. And Richard has been hanging out in one of the cat carriers, in one of the round cat carriers. That's his favorite spot to hang out the past few days. So he's in one of the round carriers, not too far away from Nancy. And the next thing I know, Simba comes walking up to me. And I gave Simba a few pets. And then when Simba saw Nancy, he's like, okay, I'm not going to hang out here. So then he went to go back into the other room. Like he started walking out of the living room. Well, Richard saw him and then Richard decided to attack him. And it wasn't just like an ambush where he runs up to him and stops short like Nancy does. This was a full-on tackle. He just started running after Simba. The next thing I know, he jumped on Simba's back. The next thing I know, Simba's screaming and all I'm hearing is like cat fighting. And then when I walked into the room, there were just tufts of tabby hair all over. I don't know if it was Richard's or Simba's or both because they're both mackerel tabbies. But then I couldn't find Richard. I thought maybe he came down here, but he didn't. Nancy came down here instead. So I shut the door. It's just been the 5 girls down here since then. And then I found Richard underneath my bed with Ringo. So I shut the door to my room and that's where they've been. They've been in like a timeout in my bedroom. They might just stay there all night. They have litter, they have water, they have everything they need in there. So I might keep them in a timeout tonight because that's not right. There's absolutely no reason for Richard to jump on Simba like that and to attack him. And now that I say that, it does kind of remind me when Boo used to do that. When Boo was being reintegrated with Stella, Splash, and Simba, he used to jump on them. And that's why I used to have to put him in a harness with a leash. I might have to do the same thing with Richard. I might have to do that with him. I'll just put him in a harness. Right, Nancy? Is that what I'm going to have to do? The OG4 just had their Advent treat, which is these tulips. So that's why I came down here to give it to as many of these cats as I can. I think Sammy, Goldie, Ziggy, and Nancy will eat it. Maybe I'll try to give one to little Eva on a plate. And then I need to clean up the kitchen, and then I'm going to bed. It's been a very long day. I was just going inside, and look who it is. He just came out from underneath the fence. It's Ox. I haven't seen him in a few days. And he doesn't look like he's limping as badly as he was. I don't even know if he's limping at all. So I'm going to go grab some food and put some food out for him. Meanwhile, let me show you what I noticed. Look at all of the straw coming out of the shelter that's underneath the house. So I was wondering if someone was using the shelter. Maybe he's using the shelter. I don't know. I mean, it could just be any animal that was just pawing at it, or it could be that a cat was using it. It's 2:34 p.m. I just walked into Boo's room a few minutes ago and I saw this. This is the first time ever that this yoga mat is off the top of the shelf by the window. And the runner that I have on top of the yoga mat is also knocked down. So I was like, okay, something obviously happened here. I don't know what because I've been out all morning. I left the house like around 8:30, 8:45. The cats all had breakfast out of their feeders, so it was a really easy morning for me. And I wanted to get out before all the holiday crowds. So I've been running errands for like the past 4 hours or so. I just got back a little while ago and I came into the room for the first time today and I'm seeing this. So I'm like, okay, something happened. So I just looked at the security camera footage. The first thing I noticed is I think I have to reset the camera because for some reason it's showing the entire room is like purple, which it's not. But then it appears that from what I could tell, it looks like Ringo was sitting here, Richard was sitting here. And it looks like the two of them were hanging out by this window. It's actually open like a half inch or an inch. And Ringo just decides to jump on top of Richard, just like that. Very similar to what Richard does to the OG4, where out of nowhere he just jumps on them. So that's what happened here. And from what I could tell from looking at the rest of the security camera footage, it does appear to be Ringo and Richard. At first, I thought maybe it might be Simba involved in that, but when I watched the security camera footage, like Simba, out of all the tabbies, has the fluffiest tail. And Ringo and Richard don't have a tail as fluffy as Simba does. So that's why I think it was the two of them and not Simba. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.